Hey everyone! Today we're diving into iOS 26.1 Beta 4, Apple's latest developer and public beta for iPhone, iPad, and beyond. It rolled out alongside macOS, iPadOS, watchOS, tvOS, HomePodOS, and even visionOS 26.1, so the entire Apple lineup is getting an update this week. The download size is around 2.5 gigabytes depending on your device, which already hints this isn't a small patch. It's a careful polish on Apple's next-generation design language known as liquid glass. Let's start with the biggest visual change. For the first time, Apple allows users to adjust the transparency of the entire system. In Settings, Display and Brightness, there's now a new slider called Liquid Glass, offering two modes, Clear and Tinted. Clear gives a bright, airy translucency. Everything looks light and floating. Tinted adds a subtle smoky layer, making the interface feel deeper and more dramatic. Notifications, widgets, and the lock screen all respond instantly to the change. It's a level of personalization Apple has never offered before, and it makes your iPhone feel completely new. Another long-awaited change. You can now turn off the lock screen swipe to open the camera. If you've ever launched it by mistake while checking a notification, this fix is for you. Switch it off, and your lock screen finally stays still when you need it to. There's also a new haptics option inside the phone app. You can now decide whether the phone should vibrate when a call connects or ends. A tiny detail, but it makes a difference when you're in a quiet room. Apple has also refined the settings layout once again. Sections like Siri and Apple Intelligence are now left aligned, bringing visual consistency with iPadOS and macOS. Even the About page has changed. Your device's name now appears below its label, so long names fit neatly across the screen. Apple continues to smooth out the small visual glitches from earlier betas. The strange shadows behind folders are gone. The accent menu in Notes now works cleanly and without lag. Wallpapers no longer lose color when switching focus modes. They stay vivid and sharp. The only minor issue that remains is a slight delay when searching in the app library. It's brief, but still noticeable. The official notes confirm a fix for a bug where devices would fall asleep while using lock screen tools like Timer or Calculator. That issue is now resolved. AirDrop still shows minor visual glitches around the corners of its icon, so don't worry if you notice a strange highlight. And the well-known notification bug from iOS 26.0.1 appears to be mostly gone. Testers report that missed calls and delayed alerts are finally working as expected. Performance in Beta 4 feels nearly final. Scrolling is smooth, animations are sharper, and everything responds instantly. Promotion still adjusts dynamically between 90 and 120 Hz, depending on what you're doing. Thermals are excellent. Even the iPhone 17 Pro Max stays cool during gaming or benchmarks. Geekbench scores sit around 3,875 for single-core and 9,600 for multi-core, right where they should be. Battery life also holds steady. Testers report around 15 to 20% of battery use per hour of active screen time, about the same as Beta 3. No improvements, but no drop either. Storage use remains stable. iOS 26.1 Beta 4 takes up about 20.5 gigabytes, almost identical to the previous version. System data still shifts as cache builds and clears, so if the number jumps up or down, that's normal, not a memory issue. With the build number ending in A, this is most likely the final beta before the release candidate. If Apple follows its usual schedule, iOS 26.1 RC should arrive early next week, with the public release expected within 2 weeks, possibly in the first days of November. Rumors also suggest new hardware on the way: the M5 iPad Pro, an updated MacBook Pro, and a refreshed Vision Pro. So Apple's lineup could soon get a major boost. If you're already on Beta 3, it's worth updating. Beta 4 feels more stable, smoother, and closer to the final version. For those on the public 26.0.1 release, it's better to wait for the upcoming 26.0.2 patch, which should fix most major issues without beta bugs. Overall, iOS 26.1 Beta 4 doesn't reinvent the system, it refines it. The new adjustable liquid glass makes the iPhone feel more personal and tactile, while performance stays solid and visuals look cleaner than ever. If you enjoy testing new builds, try the update. Explore the tint options and see which look suits you best, because the next version might just be the one that goes public.